أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطاهرين، واللعنة على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Dear viewers, Salamun Alaikum. In the chapter of Baqarah, which is the second chapter of Quran, Allah is addressing the believers, and He says that, O you who have believed, fasting has been decreed upon you as it was decreed upon the people before you, so that you may become righteous. This verse is most of the time recited in the month of Ramzan, and lectures are given in the form of commentary on this verse. This verse points towards the very basic goal of why we fast. Even though sometimes we come across narration where we see that fasting has been enjoined so that the rich should come to realize the pain of the poor, and when he remains hungry throughout the day, he will come to realize how a poor person spends his whole life, how a poor person spends his every day when he does not have anything to eat. But this is not the sole purpose of fasting. The sole purpose of fasting is to become righteous, to become God-fearing. And that is why fasting relates to the whole existence of the human being. If you remain hungry from the time of Fajr till the time of Maghrib, this is not actually a complete fast. Someone who fasts in the real sense is the one who keeps his eyes away from that which is prohibited. He is someone who keeps himself away from listening to anything which is prohibited. He also keeps himself away from saying something which is prohibited, like backbiting. So this is the real meaning of fasting, that is, keeping your whole existence away from what is prohibited by God. And that is why, if you notice, at the end of this month of Ramzan, we have Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr means return towards fitrat, return towards the very basic nature of man, upon which God has created him. As we read in Surah Ankabut, that Fitratullahi allati fatara an-nasa alayha, it is the fitrat of Allah upon which He has created man. And Eid al-Fitr means returning towards the fitrah. So if you have practiced in the 30 days of Ramzan what has been enjoined upon you, and you have abstained from whatever you have been prohibited from, then that is the real fast. And in the real sense, you have the right to celebrate Eid, because Eid is from Aud, which means to return, and Eid al-Fitr means to return towards your fitrah. So in reality, only that person who has kept himself righteous throughout the 30 days of Ramzan has in reality celebrated Eid. And the consequence of this righteousness, this God-fearing nature, is that you are blessed by the God. As we read in the chapter number 65 of Quran, which is Talaq, the chapter of Talaq, the end of the second verse, it's like وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. And then the third verse, وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. So Allah is stating here the result of being pious, being God-weary, being God-fearing and being righteous, that someone who is God-fearing, someone who is muttaqi, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Allah creates for him a way, an opening, when he was following a dead end. Like he did not have any choice, he did not have any way to solve his problem, and he was at a dead end in his life. And if he is a muttaqi, if he is a God-fearing person, Allah creates ways for him. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. And if he is a muttaqi person, if he is a righteous person, Allah gives him rizq min haythu la yahtasib. Allah gives him rizq from a place where he would not have ever imagined. Rizq comes to him from a place from where he would not have ever imagined in his life, that I will get rizq from this source. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whoever relies upon Allah, then Allah is sufficient for him. So dear brothers and sisters, I would like to end my speech with this point, that if you have been blessed with the month of Ramadan in your life, then be thankful to Allah that He gave you the opportunity to see one more Ramadan, and try to spend your whole day in a manner as if you are really the guest of Allah. Just like when you are guest of someone, you live according to his will in his house. And this whole universe, this whole world is in a sense a house of Allah, where everyone is present in front of him, and we should be acting in a way as he pleases. So therefore, if we are spending our days and nights in the month of Ramadan according to the will and wish of God, then we are in the real sense the righteous ones. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.